Hello, this is Jason Hendler, and again I'm going over exercises 1 through 4 for the homework. This video is for exercise 2, and in this part it's on page 82 of the text, Beginner's Guide to SOLIDWORKS 2015 Level 1 by Alejandro Reyes. And anyway, if you look at the bottom of page 82, you have exercise 2. And while the basic rectangular shape is symmetrical, everything else about how they dimensioned this part is not. So notice that the series of slots, the pattern of slots, is measured from the bottom and has a half-inch spacing as measured from the bottom. And then you look at the holes and you can see that they're measured from the bottom. So honestly, there isn't any benefit to drawing this part, centered up in the middle of the plane. So what I'm going to do is, let me see, I'm going to save this again, close, and then I'm going to say a new part. And again, this part is also in inches, so I need to make that inches. I'm going to turn on my planes. And I'm also going to set the options, properties, dimensions, to 3-place precision. And so again, if you look at how this part appears in the ISO view, you can tell they build it off the front plane. And so to extrude my first basic shape, I am going to go to the front plane. And again, I don't see much point in placing it in the center of things, so I'm just going to use my corner rectangle and I'm going to draw it like that. And so done with rectangles. Now I'm going to smart dimension, and it is 6 inches across the top. And then the other dimension is 4.5. Check. And now they do have radiuses on the end. Last time I did radius as a separate feature. This time I'll go ahead and add it to the sketch. And that radius is supposed to be a 1/2 inch, so I'm going to put in 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to select all 4 of these corners. Just click each of the corners, and that works. And then hit check, and I'm going to check and exit that. And now I've got my basic sketch done, so I'm going to exit the sketch. And now it wants to know how thick this is going to be. And if you look at the drawing, you see it's 1/4 of an inch thick. So right now it's at 0.1, so I'm going to change that to 0.25. And it is blind, and so I'm going to hit check. Alright, so now I can go ahead and put in my other features. And it's up to you whether you want to use this front face here or if you want to use this plane back here. If you use this front face, then the default direction in which the cut goes goes in the correct direction, so there's some advantage to doing that. So for this extruded cut of the slot, I'm just going to select this front face. And again, I'm going to have to go normal to be able to see it. And now I'm just going to go to my slot tool. And you can see that these slots are 2 inches to the center of the end radii in length, and they are a 1/4 inch wide. So I'm going to go ahead and draw one. So it's roughly that, and then it's roughly that, and now I'm going to smart dimension. So I want to go from there to there, and I want that to be 2 inches. Check. And I want this dimension here to here to be 1/4. Check. And for its location, I want to go from that little center point, and you can grab this plane, that's fine. Usually it's better to dimension off planes, honestly, so I'll call that 0.5. And then the dimension to this little point here, and then this plane is supposed to be 0.5. Okay, so now this is fully defined. And so I'm going to exit sketch, and I'm going to put this in an isometric view, and notice it is cutting in the correct direction. I don't want it to be blind, I want it to be through all. If you're cutting through all, use through all. You can make it work with blind, but it's a very, very good habit to make this through all. And you hit check. Okay, and now that you have your first feature, it's very easy to pattern it. So you select the feature in this configuration or feature manager design tree, and then you say linear pattern, and what it wants to know is, okay, in what direction do you want to take this? So I'm going to go ahead and go to a front view so it's easier to see, and I'm just going to select this edge and say that's my direction. It says 9 instances here. I'm going to look and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I have 8 instances, but currently the spacing is too small because I want 0.5 and this says 0.1. So if I just click, there's my 0.5, and it's going in the right direction. So if I hit check, boom, there's all of my slots. So that's looking pretty good so far. Now I want to put in my holes, and again I'm going to do extrude cut. I'm going to select this front face. I select the sketch and go normal 2, and now I'm just going to draw a circle. And I can go ahead and put that circle anywhere because Smart Dimensioning is going to fix it in any manner that it's off. So the diameter is 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to make that 0.75 and hit check. And then I'm going to measure here down will be an inch. And then from there to this edge, that's really an unusual way of dimensioning it, but that's how the drawing is, of 1.5 inches, and I'll hit check. So done dimensioning, I have it fully defined, and so I exit my sketch, and now I have to go to ISO view, make sure it's cutting through the right way. It is, but again, it should be through all, and then I'll hit check. This pattern is also featured, so my circular cut is already highlighted. So if I say linear pattern, again it's going to ask me for an edge, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to a front view on this. And you know, I'll select this edge. This one works, and look at all the little holes that it puts in it. Put in the default information that we had before. We only want 3 instances, so we can ratchet this down a little bit. But the spacing is 1.25, so we're going to have to type that in special. And now we have that pattern. So you can see the linear pattern feature is really fantastic for helping you make a lot of features in very little time. So definitely learn how to use it and make use of it. So let me go ahead and do a save as, and I'm just going to call this exercise 2. With my initials, you'll put your initials in and hit save, and then done, and that's what you upload.